Now, the digital revolution is yet to really hit Africa. Absa believes that move is imminent for sub-Saharan Africa, with telecommunications and technology likely to drive sustainable socio-economic progress on the continent, unlocking significant value for years to come. For more insight into Africa's digital revolution journey, we're joined by Barbara Asafu-Adjaye, Head of Technology, Media and Telecoms at Absa Ghana. Thank you so much for your time, Barbara. Now, on what level is Africa actually embracing digital transformation as an economic driver?
Thank you very much, Rotello, and thank you for your time. As you rightly said, digital information transformation, it's key to unlocking African social economic, agenda. And development in the digital sector is actually underpinning this initiative. For us in Ghana, the country has embraced digital transformation enormously. In Absa Bank, our key strategy in mobile financial inclusion, it's centered on leveraging, mobile phones to deploy innovative solutions like micro-lending, savings, mobile e-value collection on our point of sale terminal. And it's interesting to note again that even on our Absa Access channel, our customers are able to terminate e-value, to their customers in their wallets. Yeah.
I mean, what do we need to focus on to unlock this value of digital transformation?
I think we'll have to focus on two things, if you ask me. There are a couple of things, but two things remain, centered to unlocking this digital transformation. And key is the regulatory hurdle and the high cost of infrastructure within the sector. But for us in Absa Bank again, we remain optimistic that this can be resolved, especially through public-private partnership. You know about the Africa Continental Free Trade, era. Absa Bank was one of the leading banks to actually embrace this agenda. And we have since partnered into the Pan-African Payment Settlement Solution, that actually enable the intra-trade and the intra-investment across the continent. And we remain ready to be that partner bank of choice to technology, organizations that are looking into Africa to enable these innovations to move the country forward.
Yeah. And just as you're talking about, public-private partnerships, is there a willingness from both parties, the public parties and the private parties, to collaborate in this area of unlocking value through digital transformation?
I see that willingness, especially under the African, Union digital transformation strategy that actually presents a bold agenda to ensure that the continent is technologically enabled by 2030. And as a bank, we are ready to support these initiatives.
Yeah. Barbara, you spoke about the high cost of infrastructure. Just in terms of digital infrastructure, how are we faring? Just shortly before our conversation, I had a discussion on how SEACOM just launched a low Earth orbit satellite service, of course, to diversify from the undersea cable service that have been regularly breaking. So in terms of just that digital infrastructure, how are we faring in Africa?
I think the opportunity, it's enormous, and we haven't really tapped into the vastness of how, we have unlocked it. So for us in Absa Bank, I think one of our strategy is to focus on essential sectors, like the telecommunication sectors, and support that financial need to enable deployment of infrastructure like fiber optic, especially in rural areas, to bridge that gap between the urban-rural connectivity. And once that is, achieved, we will see connectivity, accessibility, and affordability, in our continent.
Yeah. In Africa, we talk about this demographic dividend that the growing youth population, will unlock value in economic growth. And do you see this helping also in a digital transformation, that, it could be a significant catalyst on this journey?
Indeed, it will be a significant, catalyst in the journey, especially when Africa presents a sea of opportunity, given our youthful, population and our economic opportunities. We see a lot of the youth actually deploying financial solutions. So we see technology enabling the fintech environment for the youth to birth a lot of innovations. We see most youth holding companies, they are entrepreneurs. And as a bank, we are even partnering them in terms of how to bridge the gap in their skill setting between what they actually learn from the universities and to what corporate offers. And it's exciting to note that we have the Africa Ready to Work, strategy that is looking into enabling the youth with the required skills set to enable them embrace this evolving opportunity within Africa.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Unfortunately, we do have to wrap up the conversation there. Really appreciate the insights, Barbara. That was Barbara Asafu-Adjaye, Head of Technology, Media and Telecoms at Absa Ghana.